During the American Revolutionary War, the British Army deployed a variety of units to the American colonies as part of its efforts to suppress the rebellion and maintain control over its North American territories. Among these units was the American Establishment, a collection of regiments raised specifically for service in the colonies. This article explores the origins, composition, actions, and legacy of the American Establishment in the context of the American Revolution. Origins and composition. The American Establishment was formed in response to the outbreak of hostilities in the American colonies in 1775. As the conflict escalated, British commanders recognized the need for additional troops to bolster their forces in North America and quell the growing rebellion. To this end, several regiments were raised specifically for service in the colonies, drawing recruits from both Britain and its overseas territories. The regiments of the American Establishment were organized along similar lines to other British Army units, with infantry, cavalry, and artillery components. Many of these regiments were composed of seasoned veterans with experience fighting in Europe and other theaters of war, while others were made up of raw recruits and conscripts pressed into service. Actions and engagements. The regiments of the American Establishment participated in numerous battles and engagements throughout the American Revolutionary War, serving in both the northern and southern theaters of the conflict. They fought alongside British regulars, Loyalist militia, and allied Native American tribes in campaigns aimed at suppressing Patriot resistance and securing British control over key strategic locations. One of the earliest actions involving regiments of the American Establishment was the Battle of Bunker Hill in 1775, where British forces suffered heavy casualties in their attempt to dislodge entrenched Patriot positions. Subsequent engagements included the battles of Saratoga, Long Island, Brandywine, and Guilford Courthouse, among others, where British troops clashed with determined Patriot forces in a series of bloody and hard-fought battles. Legacy and impact. The legacy of the American Establishment in the American Revolutionary War is one of sacrifice, perseverance, and ultimately defeat. Despite their bravery and determination, the regiments of the American Establishment were ultimately unable to overcome the combined might of the Patriot forces and secure victory for the British Crown. After the war, many members of the American Establishment returned to Britain or resettled in other parts of the British Empire, where they continued to serve in the military or pursue civilian careers. Their experiences in the American colonies helped to shape the course of British military strategy and doctrine in the years that followed, influencing the development of colonial policies and imperial defense systems. Conclusion. The regiments of the American Establishment played a significant role in the American Revolutionary War, serving as part of the British Army's efforts to suppress the rebellion and maintain control over its North American territories. Despite their efforts, they were ultimately unable to overcome the determined resistance of the Patriot forces and secure victory for the British Crown. As we reflect on the legacy of the American Revolution, let us remember the sacrifices and contributions of all those who served in the conflict, regardless of which side they fought for.